If you happen to miss class today or weren't sure of some of the answers on your study guide, we're going to go through them quickly. So the first thing that on our study guide is what are the three main items that make up the circulatory system. Here we're looking at the heart, blood, and blood vessels. The types of blood vessels are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Now there are others, but those are the ones we're focusing on. The four chambers of the heart are the left and right atrium and the left and right ventricles. The group of cells that causes the heart to beat is the pacemaker. The four components of blood are red blood cells, white blood cells, plasma, and platelets. Plasma is the liquid part of blood that helps it to flow. Platelets help the blood to clot. White blood cells fight disease, and red blood cells help to carry oxygen, waste, and nutrients. The largest artery is the aorta. Blood vessels that take blood away from the heart are arteries, and blood vessels that bring blood back to the heart are veins. Diffusion is the movement of materials from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration, and osmosis is the type of diffusion that occurs when water is involved. The primary permeable structure for the circulatory system is the capillary. Starting with the right atrium and going through the circulatory system, you'll want to look at your song for that one. The major blood vessel that carries blood from the body back to the right atrium is the vena cava. Red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets are all manufactured in bone marrow. The most common blood type is O positive specifically. The type of circulation that moves blood between the heart and lungs is pulmonary. The type of circulation that moves blood between the kidneys and the heart is renal. And the type of circulation that moves blood within the heart is coronary. The primary ingredient in plasma is water. And the wall between the right side of the heart and the left side of the heart is called the septum. The left side of the heart contains the most oxygen. Some risk factors for heart disease. Heart disease could be genetic. It can also be a risk factor to smoke, to have a poor diet, to be obese, or to not get enough exercise. Hypertension is when blood pressure is consistently higher than it should be, and it can be avoided by things like exercising, having a proper diet, and having a low sodium intake, or not having as much salt in your food. There are several different blood diseases with symptoms, things like anemia, either sickle cell anemia or iron deficiency anemia, and there's also hemophilia. For the blood types, make sure that you know O positive and negative, B positive or negative, AB positive or negative, and O positive or negative. The best way to study which blood type can donate to another blood type is to practice that game that we played that was from the Red Cross. And finally, the valve that separates the atria from the ventricles is called the atrioventricular valve. If you have any questions about this stuff, feel free to email me or ask me about it in class either first thing on Tuesday or first thing in the morning. Oh, and one of the two essay questions will be to know the pathway of blood through the circulatory system. Now you have your options, but that's one option. That's all.